What's up, everybody? It's Real Talks with Toya, and I'm back. Now, you know this is my last video for the month, and I'm going to close it with a bang. We going to get right into it. Real Talks with Toya, you know what to do. Listen, I want to talk to you about your serving season. We all have a season where we are called to serve. And this season is so vital and so important because if you don't do that well, when it's your time to lead and be in front, it ain't going to go the way you want it to go. And I feel like everyone wants to have their own. Everyone wants to be in front. Everyone wants to be the boss. I totally get it. But until you serve well, you're not going to be able to lead well. And I think a lot of us, especially as women, they say it's hard for women to work together, and the devil is a lie. I'm going to destroy that myth because it's not hard to work together. We got to be open and willing to learn. When you serve in someone else's business or someone else's ministry, there's so much that you will be able to learn in the process of serving, but also they say some things are taught and some things are caught. Just being in the atmosphere, some things are just be caught, y'all. So when you're in that position to serve, learn all that you need to learn, right? Learn what they're doing right and see even what they're doing wrong, right? So that when it's your opportunity to lead, you kind of know what to do and what not to do. I think the problem is, we just want to get out there and do our own stuff. I'm 41 years young. I've served in a ministry for 10 years. And I served that ministry faithfully until I felt God was asking me and calling me to another place. And God was literally having me move from that city back to my hometown. And I went to my leader at that time and I said, hey, I feel like it's time for me to go and to move and to be able to move forward in what I felt God was calling me to do. But in that season, in that 10 years of serving, I did it with everything on the inside of me. I gave that organization, that ministry, the best of me. And I believe because I serve with a good heart, I was able to move forward in what God has called me to move forward in and be blessed in the next season. Then I ended up here, y'all, from that season of 10 years of serving that organization. And that ministry God moved me back to my hometown in Tulsa, and I ended up joining Transformation Church. And at that time frame, I needed to be healed and whole, so I was not at the place to serve at that particular time. So what I needed was to have a safe place to heal. So I was going, y'all, to intercessory prayer on Monday nights. At that time, we had Wednesday night Bible study. I was going there. At that time, we had Sunday morning service at Transformation, and they had something called Soul Fly. So I know you guys remember that. I was doing that. On Thursday nights, I went to our church. At that time, we had something called Celebrate Recovery. I went there. And then on Friday nights, I joined a group, which was a step study, which was an extra, going to a deeper level of healing and wholeness. I joined that. And so that was a season where I needed to be healed and whole, and I was not at the place to serve. But then when I got married to my amazing husband, God then began to deal with me and my husband, and God said, hey, you're at a healed, whole place. It's time to serve. It's time to get back in a season and a place of serving. You got healed, you got whole, and now you're ready to be a blessing and to serve with your gift and with your talent and your expertise. So I remember a season when I was actually on the prayer team as an intercessor under Pastor Brenda Todd at Transformation. And so I served there faithfully on Monday nights, assisting her. That sometimes she asked me to lead prayer on some of those Monday nights. From there, God challenged me. He said, let's go a step further. Now let's serve on the worship team. So I served under an amazing woman of God, Miss Destiny Crockett at Transformation. She is a worship leader there, and I served under her. And it was a blessing to be able to serve, and I learned so much from her and the rest of the team. Then God challenged me even further. He said, now I want you to serve in the administrative office. And so I donated my time, and I volunteered my time every Monday from 9 to I think 4 o'clock. or 9 to 5, and then I stayed for prayer on Monday nights. I did that for 7 months, y'all, and I served, and I love being there. I love being with Miss Tammy, Miss Kay. Shout out to you guys, Bree and Caleb. At that time, I'm in the administrative office, and guess what? Each level, each place that I was serving, it was a dual benefit. See, you think you're serving just to be serving and they're getting the gift and talent, but baby, you getting something too. Not only was I learning things, being in these different auxiliaries in the church, but I was catching things by the Spirit. When I served on the prayer team as an intercessor, you don't think my prayer life went to another level? Come on now. When I served in the worship team, you don't think my worship to God went to another level? That's also for my benefit and my relationship with God. You don't think me serving in the administrative office did not help me with my own business? Come on. I learned so many things about programs and this and that I was able to apply to my own business, Forbes Entertainment, Forbes Dance, and Forbes Ministry. I learned so many different things serving in that capacity. So the serving season is definitely vital and important. You cannot skip that. When you try to skip that and try to do your own thing, I promise you, your next season ain't going to be what you think it's going to be. You're going to have to go all the way back. And who got time to go all the way back, baby? I need to be released when it's time to be released to do what I'm called to do on the level he's called me to do it at. And when you get ready and you feel like God is having you to leave an auxiliary or leave a position of serving, you have to do it a proper way. That's a right way to do it, and that's a wrong way to do it. You just can't leave and just don't show up and just it is what it is. The devil is a lie. You have to go to that leader and say, hey, I'm feeling that God is calling me to step out of this place and he's calling me to another place. Do you know every position that I had that I was serving at that capacity, I felt the shift and it was time to kind of leave that and do something. I was able to say, hey, I feel like it's time for me to go. I feel like this and that. And every one of those leaders was able to bless me and release me with the blessing. And say, Toya, it was a pleasure. It was an honor to have you here. We love you. We wish you the best. We know wherever you go, whatever you do, it's going to be amazing because I had a good attitude while I was there serving and I gave them my best and I did it in excellence. All of that matters. So when you see me having opportunities now and I'm doing certain things and God has opened up doors for me and he is shining a light on me and my husband and our business and different things God is doing, it's because I was faithful in my serving season. I serve well. I serve with a good attitude. I serve with the right heart posture. I serve with the willingness. I serve through obedience. Right? I obeyed my leaders. I didn't make it hard for my leaders. Hey, they asked me to do something. I did it. They needed me to be here. I showed up. Right? All that matters. So guess what? When I have people now working in our company, working alongside me and our ministry, every seed that I sowed of having a good attitude, I'm going to reap that. You best believe my workers and the people that God called to be in my life going to have good attitudes. They're going to be disciplined, hard workers because I sowed that seed. So I'm telling you, don't try to get out here on your own timing and try to launch something and do your own thing. You got to serve good, y'all. You have to serve well so that you can lead well, right? So don't try to avoid or skip the serving season. Come on now, that's real talk with you now. I got to have real talks with you now. Listen, serve well so you can lead well. Now, you heard it first here now with Toya Talks, Real Talks with Toya. We're talking about it. All right, now, I love you. Be blessed for this month of March. And guess what? We're going into April. Baby springing up, rising up, baby. I love y'all. Peace.